All right, here we go. Let's jump into the tape, part 2, Ryan Tannehill against the Bengals in the divisional round. All right, so here we're picking up with session 2. The Titans are starting to fight their way back into this, okay? So we're going with the 4-man side, okay? So it leaves one-on-one backside. So really what you're looking for is you're looking for one-on-one and this guy to get out of there, okay? If you like your one-on-one backside, you take it, trying to get him to overload, okay? But you see, Julio's back here. He's running a slant. As soon as that guy stays there, forget it. Now we've got the overload to this side, hook, swing. I would have liked to have seen, so here's what we look for as a quarterback. When we send a guy in motion like this, what am I looking for? I'm looking at this guy and this guy right here. I need to see movement from those guys. So if I motion a guy and he gets outside of the underneath defender, so I'm not really worried about the corner as much as the underneath defender or the outside linebacker here. If my swing route gets outside of him before I snap it, I want to catch the football and get it to him right now, because the only guy that can make that tackle is a soft corner in that particular look. If this guy chases him and moves outside, I'm going to be ready to hit this hook right behind him. But I want to see that movement before the snap. And you see it right there. You see it? Nobody moves. Nobody moves. Defense is in the same spot. This guy is way inside. This guy's way off. Get him the ball right now. Get him the ball right now. Now, I know Ryan eventually gets there, but to me, takes him too long. Takes him too, right? So now the corner comes up, and again, they get a play. They get 3 yards, whatever they get here, get the first down. It's all good, but I want to see it right off the bat. Come out, throw it. Throw it right now. Get it to him as fast as you can so nobody has a chance to react. We got a chance for a bigger play and not him being hit right at the sticks. And actually, this is one where I think they ended up short of the first down right there. And that was what ultimately led to them not picking up the first down there and not getting any points out of that. And so a little bit quicker, and now they're up and they're getting the first down and they're moving the chains, and maybe they get points out of that drive. Okay, so here, just really no options. Okay, so we're running an in backside with a quarters look. That's dead. This guy matches right to it. That's dead. We're running a go into a safety out here. We're running a choice into 2 guys right here. Dead, dead, and we got match coverage right there. Ryan Tannehill has no options on this one. We could say what we want. And again, he's looking right here. Maybe he can stick that on Ferkser right there and pick up a few yards. But really, there's no options here. Nowhere for Ryan to go. Tries to buy time, make a completion. But that's a win for the defense. Nothing Ryan can do there. They just got it matched really, really well. Okay, another little play action right here. We talked about this, so we're going to run the deep over, stick, and run back to the post. The Bengals actually play this really well. Safety's going to jump the over. We're going to go deep, and the backside corner is going to come up over the top. So what normally would happen here is Ryan's going to come back and read the free safety. Free safety jumps the over. Boom. I'm throwing the post right here. Good teams understand there's nobody left over to this side, so good corners will peel back and over play the backside, and you see it. If they throw the post right there, I think that's Eli Apple sitting back there ready to make the play. But really well done by Brown and Tannehill that they see that. And so instead of throwing it up and over where the corner can get it, I'm going to drive it right on you. I'm going to throw it on your body. I'm going to drive this throw so you can slow down, jump up, make the catch, and I keep it away from the backside guy. Really well done there by Ryan Tannehill, starting to make a few plays, get them back in the football game. But again, this is just where Ryan Tannehill struggled. Okay, so they're running a bit of a mesh play right here. So we're going to come off of this. We're going to go deep. I'm going to peek at that. Corner's gone. Going to get the back to swing out there. Going to get match coverage there. He's gone. We're going to get this, and then A.J. Brown coming over here on the shallow. So once we X out here and here, next guy, I'm reading this area right here, and Ryan does a nice job. Okay, A.J. Brown's coming. Okay, there he's coming. Ball ends up behind him. Just put it out in front of him right here, and we're turning the corner, and AJ's making a play for us. Ball's back behind him. Missed another opportunity here on second down to put us in third and short and possibly pick up points and get into the end zone. Ended up kicking a field goal right there. This is just a great throw and catch. A little hesitation to the outside. Good coverage. I mean, everything's done right. It's just better throw and catch than it is defense, as good as the defense was. Take a look from the end zone, see if we can get a good look at this. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, the defense is right where they need to be. Turn, catch it with one hand, get your feet in. That's just good players making good plays right there for the Titans. Okay, we're going to check. So you see Ryan Tannehill. See where he goes to his ears right there. Puts both hands up on his ears. That's an alert call. Alert, 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 alert. So we probably had a run call here. They're going to go to a middle-high safety, dropping extra guys down in the box. I'm going to check it to some sort of pass to take advantage of that. So we're going to come off the hard play action right here. And here, love run between the hashes. Now, I'm not really sure why they got both of these guys going between the hashes. Not really anything that you want two guys running between those hashes, because you'll see Ryan sometimes hit the first window, sometimes the second window, sometimes even the third window. So he'll let these guys run all the way across the field. Now they got two guys, excuse me. Now they've got two guys running to the same area. Again, good coverage by Cincinnati, coming out and understanding where they like to attack off the play action. Nobody's home. Nowhere to go with the football once again. Now I got to buy time. Now I got to try to make a play, and they do. Ryan, AJ make another play down the field, ad-libbing. And again, started to get into a little bit of a rhythm with some of that stuff. Okay, we got the play action right here, and this is just a great play. Play action. We're going to run the corner over here and then wrap back down the middle. And again, Cincinnati doesn't play this too bad, but Ryan just comes back and just rips it right between the linebackers right here. Do this so much. I mean, just a great throw to Julio. All it takes is a little bit of movement by this linebacker in that direction. Opens it up enough for him to drive it in there, even though Cincinnati playing really, really well. Most of the things are covered, tight throws, but Ryan able to make some ad-lib and some tight throws, even on the deep plays to keep him in it. So some things didn't go his way, didn't play as well as he would like to, but did make some big plays in this game to give his team a chance later on. Okay, so again, not really sure this concept. We're running in, one step, and then across the ball. So I don't know why we're running these guys in here with this guy sitting here, because we're just bringing everybody to the same area. What you really want to do is you want to stretch these guys. So what I'd like to see here is, if we're going to do this, run a curl, and then run the hook. So now, if this backer wants to squeeze to the hook, you've got 2-on-1 right here. If the backside backer wants to squeeze to the hook, you've got 2-on-1 off of the backside linebacker. Okay, so just like a double curl concept, because you see it, hole, off of these linebackers. He goes there, drop it down. He goes here, drop it down. But then you can work off of what we call the squeeze. They squeeze down to it, then you work off of that to the outside guy. Or for me, I like to work outside first, and if this guy takes it away, then I come down to my check down. But with those guys running through those holes like that, Ryan's either got to let it go right now and anticipate it and try to hit that window, which is really, really hard because it's a tight window, or he's just got to check it right down underneath. I think there were some better options, even if you wanted to do one side. Go ahead and roll this into one side and give me a curl on the other side. So now they're not running into each other, but now it gives me the best of both worlds. I can read this guy, high-low, off of this, drop it down here to my hook, and I'm in good shape. Or if I get what I wanted on the backside, I can read the high-low there. Stuck taking it down, but he does a nice job of checking it down right there. Okay, so this is all off of that last drive. So here's the last play of the game. Okay, so they're walking up. Okay, you get the right look. So they're running deep curls with flats. Okay, and then right down the middle. So the idea is if we get corners off. Okay, so if the corners are off, we get middle closed, corner off, we want to read the deep curl to the flat. Deep curl to the flat. Okay, it's exactly what Ryan does. If it's middle open, we can read AJ down the middle, him trying to find a hole. But so you see it. We got our windows right there, okay? We got our window right there to be able to get the ball through here. This guy gets too much depth. We can dump it off here, and we can go. All right, here's what I don't like, okay? And again, so many little details. And I know other coaches have done different things, and I'm sure they've had success with it. But what you're going to see by the receiver here is he pushes out a little bit, then he runs straight at this guy, and he runs the curl. And so in doing that, because he's running straight vertical the whole time, this guy is able to sit, squat, 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 because he's never threatened to go anywhere else. I'm always about making a defensive guy cover width and depth at the same time. In this particular case, because you don't force him to move, he simply can cover depth, and he squats on this and is able to run through, and he's the one that ultimately tips this football up. So you see it, how he's just squatting there, okay? And then he's beating the receiver to the spot because we're not forcing him to cover any width at all. Tips the ball up. What I like to do in these situations is push up, then attack the corner. So get the corner going depth, and then get him getting some width. So now he's starting to go backwards there. So when he's starting to go backwards, now I put my foot in the ground, and I gain the advantage because I'm forcing him to cover width and go away from where the throw is. I don't do that to him. I push straight vertical like this, right? He doesn't have to go anywhere. He's just sitting there, squatting, waiting for me to move, and then driving it. Attack his width. He's got to start going that way. Now I can separate from him, and I got a better chance to keep myself between man and ball and win this play. And we're going to blame this on Ryan all day long. It's actually a good throw. It's just, fact is, you got to let this sucker go. You got to see the window. Boom. He's hitching and letting it go. Like, what's he see? He sees that there's a window here. He's counting on his guy to beat the defender. I'm trying to win a playoff game. I'm not sitting here checking it down and playing for a tie. I'm trying to win a football game. The throw is there. I've made it 1,000,000 times. We just need, and again, I'm not saying we need a better route by the receiver because I'm not sure what he's taught to do. I just wish it was here. Push out, threaten him out, then come back, does two things. Gives you some width from this guy, so it creates a little bigger window, and as I said, it helps threaten that defensive back a little bit differently, so he's running away from the ball instead of being able to plant and come back into the ball and tipping it up for the interception. So there it is. Most of the pass plays in that game, and again, it's just sometimes you don't play your best football. Sometimes you don't have your A game, and it happens to all of us, especially when you're playing the quarterback position. You just never want it to be in this position. But unfortunately for the Titans, Ryan Tannehill just wasn't their best game. Had a chance in the end to possibly quiet all that stuff and everything that had happened up to that point. But unfortunately, it was the last play, as we all know, tipped up, interception, led to Joe Burrow making a play, and the Cincinnati Bengals moving on.